Good morning, students. Today I am going to explain the chapter Indigo line wise. Okay, line wise. When I first visited Gandhi in 1942 at his ashram in Sevagram in central India, he said, I will tell you how it happened that I decided to urge the departure of the British. Okay, these lines are spoken by the writer Louis Fisher, and he is saying that when he had visited Gandhiji in 1942 at the ashram of Gandhiji, which was situated in Sevagram at the central of India, and he asked a question from Gandhiji, how was it possible that you have decided you were able to make out to the Britishers from your country? Then Gandhiji told me that Gandhiji said that he will tell him how it happened that he has decided to say to say the departure of the Britishers from the India. It was in 1917, and it was 1917 when Gandhiji decided that the Britishers should leave our country. Okay, he had gone to the December 1916 at annual convention of the Indian National Congress Party in Lucknow. Okay, and Gandhi told to Louis Fisher that he had gone to attend an annual convention of Indian National Congress Party, which was held in Lucknow, and it was 1916 in December. There were 2,301 delegates. Delegates means representative, and there were 2,301 representative and many visitors, and there were many visitors also. During the proceedings, when the proceeding was going on, Gandhi recounted. When the proceeding was going on, Gandhi remembered that a peasant came up to looking. A peasant came to Gandhiji, and a peasant came up to me looking like any other peasant in India. And the peasant who came to visit Gandhiji, who came to see Gandhiji, who came to meet Gandhiji, he was looking like the other peasants of India. As you can see, my guys, as you can see in India, that the condition of the peasants are very worst. Okay, they are not having good food, they are not having proper clothes to wear. Okay, and they are leading a life of misery, they are leading a life of suffering, whether they are working hard but they are unable to survive properly. So the Gandhiji is saying that the peasant who came to see me, he was looking like the other peasants of India. Poor and emaciated. Emaciated means lean and thin, and that peasant was looking very poor, and he was looking very lean and thin. Okay, and by appearance the peasant was looking very poor. Okay, because he was not having proper dress, he was not having good clothes, he was very lean and thin. And he said, I am Rajkumar Shukla, and he told to Gandhiji that he was Rajkumar Shukla and he was from Champaran, and I want you to come to my district. And he said Gandhiji that I want you to come to my district, or please visit to my district. Gandhiji had never heard of the place. Before this, Gandhiji had never heard the name of Champaran. It was in the foothills of the towering Himalayas near the kingdom of Nepal. Champaran is situated in the foothills, Talhati in Hindi, foothills of the highest Himalayas, and it is near the kingdom of Nepal. It is near the kingdom of Nepal. Under an ancient agreement, the Champaran peasants were sharecropper. Okay, it was an ancient agreement, and according to that agreement, the peasants of Champaran were sharecropper. Rajkumar Shukla was one of them, and one of them was Rajkumar Shukla also. One of them was Rajkumar Shukla also. He was illiterate. Rajkumar Shukla was illiterate. He was not educated, but resolute. Resolute means firm, determined. He was firm. He had come to Congress session Rajkumar Shukla had come to Congress session to complain about the injustice of the landlord system in Bihar, and Rajkumar Shukla had come to visit Gandhi ji, come to complain. ठीक है, Rajkumar Shukla had come to complain from Gandhi ji about the injustice which was being made by the landlord. ठीक ना, okay, landlord in Bihar. Somebody had probably said speak to Gandhi. Anyone or someone had said to Rajkumar Shukla, go and visit Gandhi ji or speak your problem to Gandhi ji. Gandhi ji will find out some solution. Okay, because at that time Gandhi was becoming a name, and he had returned from South Africa after having his degree of LLB, and Gandhi ji was a leader also. Okay, Gandhi told Shukla that he has an appointment at Kanpur. My dear student, you can see the meaning of Kanpur. In olden days it was written like this. Gandhi ji told Shukla that he had an appointment in Kanpur, and he was also committed to go other parts of India. Okay, and Gandhi ji told Rajkumar Shukla that he has to go to Kanpur, and he has also made commitment to visit other parts of India. Shukla accompanied him everywhere. My dear students, you can see here the determination of that poor peasant, because he was following Gandhi ji everywhere. Then Gandhi returned to his ashram near Ahmedabad. Okay, after visiting to these places, Gandhi returned to his ashram, which was in Ahmedabad. Shukla followed him to the ashram. Shukla has not left the side of Gandhi. Shukla was following Gandhi ji to his ashram. For weeks he never left Gandhi's side. Okay, for many weeks he has not left. He has not left, ठीक ना, side of Gandhi. In Hindi पीछा छोड़ना, पीछा ही नहीं छोड़ा. Fix a date, he begged, he requested, he pleaded from Gandhi ji, please fix a date, please fix a date. Impressed by sharecropper's tenacity. Impressed by sharecropper's tenacity. Tenacity means sole determination. Seeing the determination of that farmer and hearing the story, Gandhi said, and hearing his story, Gandhi said, I have to be in Calcutta on such and such a date. And Gandhi told him that he would be in Calcutta, or he had to be in Calcutta on such date, and come and meet me and take me from there. And Gandhi told that, please come there and meet me and take me from there. Months passed. Okay, months passed, not 1 month, months, plural number, many months passed. Shukla was sitting on his haunches, ठीक ना, haunch, haunch in Hindi घुटनों के बल बैठना, sit by the knees at the appointed spot in Calcutta. Okay, and Shukla was sitting at the appointed place. Shukla was sitting haunch at the appointed spot in Calcutta, the place which was appointed by Mahatma Gandhi. Shukla was sitting there. Then the two of them boarded in a train for the city of Patna in Bihar, and then after both of them, means Gandhi ji and Rajkumar Shukla, both of them sat in a train, and they started out their journey of Patna in Bihar. There Shukla led him to the house of a lawyer named Rajendra Prasad, who later became the president of Congress Party of India. Okay, my dear students, you know very well that Rajkumar Shukla was very poor. He was not having good food to provide Gandhiji. This is the reason that he took Gandhiji directly to the house of a lawyer, and the name of that lawyer was Rajendra Prasad, and later Rajendra Prasad became president of Congress Party as well as of India. But the servants knew Rajendra Prasad was out of town. Rajendra Prasad was not at home at that time. He was out of town. But the servant knew Shukla as a poor yeoman. Yeoman means farmer. Okay, and the servant knew very well to Shukla that Shukla was a very poor farmer who pestered their master to help the indigo sharecropper. And the lawyer Rajendra Prasad was always troubled by Rajkumar Shukla to help them in sharecropping, to help them in the indigo sharecroppers. So they let him stay on the grounds with his companion. This was the reason that the servant has not given any chair to sit Gandhiji, and he let him stay on the ground, let him sit or let him stay on the ground with his companion. Okay, means Rajkumar Shukla sat on the ground as well as Mahatma Gandhi also. Gandhiji, whom they took to be another peasant, and then the servant of Rajendra Prasad was thinking that he was also a peasant. Gandhiji was also peasant. Okay, but Gandhiji was not permitted to draw water from the well, lest some drops from the bucket pollute the entire source. Okay, and the servant of Rajendra Prasad has not allowed to draw water from the well, because if any drop of the water will fall in the well, all the source or the entire source of the water will be polluted. How did they know that he was not an untouchable? But he has not tried to know whether he was untouchable or not, or the servant of Rajendra Prasad has not tried to know whether he was untouchable or not. Okay, Gandhiji decided to go first to Muzaffarpur. Gandhiji decided that I would like to go first of all to Muzaffarpur, which was an route to Champaran, and Muzaffarpur was in the route to Champaran, to obtain more complete information. Gandhiji wanted to collect complete information about the condition of the peasants. Okay, then Shukla was capable of imparting means telling, giving. Appropriate meaning imparting means giving. Okay, whatever the information that was given by Shukla, that was not sufficient for Gandhiji, so he decided that I would like to go to Muzaffarpur first of all, because it lay in the route of Champaran, and I would like to collect all the complete information. He accordingly sent a telegram to Professor J.B. Kripalani, and for this reason he has sent the telegram to the Professor J.B. Kripalani of the Arts College in Muzaffarpur. J.B. Kripalani was a professor in the Arts College in Muzaffarpur, and whom he had seen at Tagore Shanti Niketan School. And Gandhiji had seen J.B. Kripalani at Tagore Shanti Niketan School. The train arrived at midnight. On 15th April 1917. The train arrived in Muzaffarpur at midnight on April 15 and 1917. Kripalani was waiting at the station with a large body of students. With the many students, and Kripalani was waiting for Gandhiji at the station with many of the students. Gandhi stayed there for 2 days in the home of Professor Malkani. Gandhiji stayed in the house of Professor Malkani for 2 days. Okay, 2 days in the home of Professor Malkani, a teacher in government school, and Malkani was a professor in the government school. It was an extraordinary thing in those days, Gandhi commented, for a government professor to harbor. To harbor means give shelter a man like me. Okay, and as you know, students, Gandhiji was opposing to the Britishers. And Malkani was working in a government college. So it was very extraordinary thing for any government officer or for any government employee to harbor, to made stay to such a person who was opposing to the Britishers, and Gandhiji was opposing to the Britishers. So it was an extraordinary thing in those days. In smaller localities, the Indians were afraid to show sympathy for advocates of home rule. Okay, and in smaller localities, the Indians were afraid to show sympathy from such a people who was talking about the home rule. Here I would like to tell you one thing. What do you mean by home rule, my dear students? As you know, India is our country, and it was the view of Gandhiji that the Britishers should not order in our country. So he was talking about the home rule. So okay, and it was an extraordinary thing for a government employee to harbor or to show sympathy from such a person who was talking about the home rule. The news of Gandhi's advent The news of Gandhi's advent means approaching, reaching. The news of Gandhi's reaching, and the nature of his mission. And what was the nature of the mission? This spread quickly through Muzaffarpur. Okay. And when the people come to know about the arrival of Gandhiji and what was his mission and what was the nature of his mission, when this news spread in Muzaffarpur, and this news also spread to Champaran, sharecroppers from Champaran began arriving on foot. Okay, and sharecroppers started coming from Champaran. ठीक ना, sharecroppers started coming from Champaran on foot and by conveyance to see their champions. Okay, and all these peasants were coming on foot, and some of them, no, not all of them, some of them were coming on foot, and some of them came by the conveyance. Okay, to see their hero. Muzaffarpur liars called on Gandhiji to brief him. The liars of Muzaffarpur called Gandhiji and they said that I will brief all the cases. I will give you a very brief summary of all the case. They told him about their cases. And reported the size of the fee. And the liars reported about the case, or told about the case, or about the situation of the case, and also told Gandhiji about the size of their fees. Gandhiji chided the liars for collecting big fees from the sharecropper. Gandhi is scolded to the liars as they were collecting big fees from the sharecropper. He said, I have come to the conclusion that we should stop going to law courts. Okay, and Gandhiji said that I have come to the conclusion that we should stop going to the law court, because law court is not going to provide us much more benefit. Why? Because the peasants are afraid from the landlords. Okay, so first of all I should make them fearless, and second thing, our Indian lawyers were collecting much more fees from the sharecroppers. It was difficult for them to give or to pay. Okay. Okay, and so Gandhiji decided that it would not be beneficial for the peasants to go to the court, where the peasants are so crushed, दबे हुए थे, crushed. Okay, the peasants were crushed and fear stricken. They were afraid from the landlords, from the Britishers. Okay, so law courts were useless. The real relief for them is to be free from fear, and if we want to provide them real relief, so first of all I should try to make these peasants free from the fear of the Britishers. Okay guys, that's sufficient for today. We will discuss in our next lecture.